I see you've come back for your daily dose of dingo. Well, you can find this and more alliteration over at my Twitch. Right there. Enjoy the video.
To answer your question, Dilly, I forgot. Yeah, I'd probably be down for a little bit. I don't think I'm doing too much today. Ignoble Hierarch. Let me at him. Let me at him. You hate the persists? I don't know how I feel about persist. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just terrible. I think it's better with Shadow Prophecy, because Shadow Prophecy dumps all the cards that you don't pick into the graveyard. Which to a degree I think makes it a little bit better to run the persists. Okay. 2 mana 5/5. I want to get the Jun one. I guess I do get the Jun one. The Ketria Triumph. Hurricane Zoo is very interesting. I'm still pinging this Hierarch, even though they're going to murder my Ren. The Ren's pretty much just a meat shield at this point. I think Scion was like the best card in Rhinos just from like playing that league there. I've killed more people with actual Scions than I did with Rhinos. My Rhinos just got flusterstormed over and over and over. And then it's just like my Scion just beat him down. So I think Scion's really good in that deck. I think like potentially you don't need it. And you could just play Omnath instead. But I don't know if the format's that slow. I feel like having a turn 2 play is greater than having a turn 4 play. Because most of the times I lost, I was stuck on 3 lands also. I couldn't even, like, play a Fury. Am I chumping? I don't really want to chump. Hmm. I guess I'm going to take 5. Not going to be happy about it. I think I might need the treasure token. It's Omnath. Speaking of Omnath, I don't know if Spell Pierce. Well, maybe Spell Pierce will be relevant. Persist sure as shit isn't. It's gonna be painful to shock that in, but it's gonna be a necessity to get the Leyline Binding online. Guess, yeah, I have to shock it in. Oh, that's gonna suck. How much better than Goyf that stupid Kavu is? Goyf is unfortunately washed. Goyf had its time in the sun. It is a great time to get OG Goyfs, you're not wrong. I might regret doing this if they have a Leyline Binding. Never mind, no regrets. Getting red and 6 here feels like blasphemy, but I think I do it. I should have just done this for 2. Alright. Opponent's playing like 5-color soup. Looks like it's just like mid-range soup. So their hand was double Leyline Binding. I should tap like that. In case I hit Leyline Binding and I can Binding back. Yoink. What else do I want to get here? Bolt, Prismari Command, Ren and 6. Probably Prismari Command. I need this Archon back for science. Alright. Leyline Binding is basically a mental misstep situation. Just binding each other's bindings. I don't want against 5-color soup. Maybe Teferi. And binding, I don't want Emrakul. I'll take a couple Teferis. It doesn't seem like Shadow Prophecy's at its best. I'm cutting the Prophecies. I could probably also cut the Persist for Terra Sunder and like an extra Boseiju. MG. Oh my god. Is that the Orphan Guard Slayer himself? Terran? Oh yeah, I was supposed to look at this. Blue-black scam, huh? Got some Dothies, got Death Shadow, Grief, Street Wraith, Subtlety, Tassiger. Round of the Lock, Essence Flux. Essence Flux? If it's a spirit, put a +1. Why would you ever play this card? Nothing's a spirit. Just play the black one instead. Oh my god. Just play an Undying Effect instead. This deck looks terrible. That looks terrible. Chip that link. Alright, if you really want it, it's a spirit in spirit. There you go. Enjoy. Losing 100 play points. Flux is easier on the beta. At 200, it'll be the prelim. Okay. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. I could play that for F tier Friday. Actually, big brain because it dodges graveyard hate. It's the worst ephemerate I've ever seen. At that point, you might as well play like slip out the back, phase your stuff out. Then you get a counter at least. Or you don't get the additional ETB, but hey, that counter though. It's kind of rough for me. Oh good. I was watching Demotic Tutors play Creativity yesterday, and he drew the second Archon. He said, I fucking hate this stupid deck. And it was beautiful. It was poetic. Well deserved. I got ice here. I could ice the Scion. I could ice nothing. I guess I'm icing this. Just get a Stomping Ground. Just the most painful mana base. It was the most painful of times. As long as they don't follow this up with a 5/5. I hate this stupid deck. DT was right. I'm at 8. I could go to 4 and pick up a land and then creativity for 2. I don't know if I have that luxury though. I guess I can ping plus bolt. I'm probably gonna ping plus bolt instead. Can we just have twin back? Bring back twin. Twin did nothing wrong. I've been stubbed. Stub my toe. I'll never recover. A braid. This looks like 5-color trade binder. I feel like that's really aggressive. But alright. Fetch land, please. Can I get a fetch land? One time? One time for the one time? And it's a fucking Ren. I guess I can do the same play of like Ren, Bolt. Surely it'll work this time. Oh my god, it worked this time? I didn't think I'd get this far. Draw the last Archon. This is why I run 4. Creativity for 1. Yes, that is right, I did it. I cast creativity. Wow, their mana is so bad. They could not cast the Kavu. I was hoping for Orvar, me too. I can't keep this. It's good. But I think you're right, it's overpriced. 5, oh my god, I call it something stupid. 5-color shadow binding creativity, perfect. Firmly B tier, reasonable. Subway enjoyer, I'm not a Subway enjoyer. I will publicly make fun of Jeremy for being a Subway enjoyer though. Jersey Mike's is a C. Heard is good, but the one near me sucks. You only had it once, you didn't care for it. The bread game needs work. It's better than Subway. Better than Subway's one of the lowest bars you can have. Not wrong. It's a pretty low bar. Jeremy, you can't keep eating Subway like this. You'll be too fresh with it. Average Subway enjoyer? No, Jared. You think you know somebody, and then they say they like Subway. Jeremy can't eat real food. It's a skill shit. What's a skill issue? Actually, I like Subway breakfast sandwiches, and that's it. Breakfast sandwiches are pretty. I've never seen demonic tutors make a typo in my life. I'm with DT on this one, just because you're defending Subway. Wegmans? I've never been to a Wegmans. Is that like an East Coast thing? Because I've never heard about it. I've heard about it, but I haven't like had one in my area. East Coast grocery chain. East Coast. It's goated. Best I can do is get like a sub. Like it's not even a sub. I would call it like not even a foot long. 10-inch sandwich at my local Vaughn's, and it's not nearly as good. I mean, it's good, but it's not like you know, not even better than Jersey Mike's. All you need is 10K for a Chick-fil-A. Time to buy the whole Chick-fil-A. Gonna play this other Fable. There is no West Coast equivalent of Wegmans. Hmm. Alright, when I go visit DT, I'm going to Wegmans. See what all the hype's about. Maybe I should have discarded more lands. Publix. Yeah, I've heard about Publix. Never been to a Publix, nor do I know where one is. I think I'm just gonna binding this. I could binding the Shadow Spear instead. I'm just gonna binding this. I don't want to take all that damage. Way too much damage for me to take. Yeah, there's a bunch of Walmarts in the West Coast. Walmart is all over the U.S. Tis the nature of the beast. Just drawing a bunch of Prismari commands. Honestly, should I draw to shatter this? That's probably the best thing to do, right? Draw to shatter the full Monty. Sorry, the fully Monty. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Hoodie Gang. Am I just gonna hardcast this? Maybe I should just hold on to it. I'm probably gonna hardcast this pretty soon. Walmart's the second largest employer in the world. I believe that. I think Amazon's probably number 1, right? Technically, I'm an employee at Amazon right now. And blink twice if you are in need of assistance from Papa Bezos. Help me, Bezos. I'm in danger. Nah, I think I'll be fine. Cast Archon. Amazon uses third-party status to not be the actual employer legally. That's probably true as well. Why would you take liability when you don't have to? Genius. You need a white mana. You just get the Sacred Foundry. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. It's time. Thank you, Monty. Long ass for real that time. Did I have to sneeze? But we'll be scamming on Saturday. 2 days. I know it's a long time, but I think we'll manage. And I'm binding this construct. Get it out of here. Then at the end step, I'm going to make an Archon. That way it sticks around in case they go like Animate Ink Moth, Hammer, Shadow Spear, Hammer again. I don't know what sequence of draws they would need to do that, but possible. I got these two fairies in here. Don't really want Persist. Spell Pierce can get out. Maybe I want Spell Pierce on second thought. Maybe I don't want Shadow Prophecy. Could just make these cuts and be like all removal. Oops, all removal. I'll trim one Fable, bring in one Spell Pierce. That's the number. Prophecy for sure comes out in this matchup. Prophecy's way too slow. This looks fine to me. What do I think about Haywire Might? I think Haywire Might's gonna be really, really good in sideboards of Urza Saga decks. It's super legit. And a little awkward with no white mana. I could die pretty easily here. I guess I'm dying pretty easily here. I need a fetch land. Oh, that is skill issue. Alright, go. Should have played harder, faster, better, and maybe even stronger. Stoneforge Mystic. You think Hammer Splash is green for the bug? They could splash a single like Temple Garden. Why not? Seems pretty free. It's nasty in scales. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm trying to watch Pioneer for the RC in Atlanta, but it's so dry and boring. That's why 2 monitors exist. That reminds me, chat. I know you're all a bunch of Pioneer haters, but since the RC is coming up, do you want to watch me play Pioneer? If the answer is no, then I will not play Pioneer. No. Alright. I'm convinced. I figured most of you, the regional championships in Atlanta are coming up. I figured most of you are here for Modern anyways. So, oops, all lands. RC2 big standard. I actually like standard. Standard not that bad. You know the RCQs Ayame? People, you'll see it on Twitter all the time. People are like, won my RCQ. Then you, once you win an RCQ, you get invited to the regional championship that's in Atlanta, which is a Pioneer Invitational. You just compete in that tournament instead. I have no idea what the winner gets. I don't know what the stakes are. You're right about that. Joanne Fabric gift card. Ashley Furniture Home Store gift card. Top 42 get Pro Tour invites. Those don't seem like great stakes. What are you gonna do? Win the Pro Tour? Guess I fetch my Dwarven Mod again. More binds. No art game, John. $5,000 worth of Jersey bikes only valid until the end of 2023. Oh man, that sounds like a lot of time on the toilet. Appleton and I had the same idea. Aren't they just dead? I can bolt them like 7 times. If I draw a land, I could just bolt them 7 times. I guess Ren's technically a land, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna be short. All right, I guess I discard a couple anyways. Drew an Archon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many with Chipotle Bayo. That's mad funny. Are you gonna make it a skill issue? No. No skill issue? I think this game's over, by the way. I just have infinite bolts. No combo, John. You get nothing. I want to bolt more of these things, or just do I reserve them for face at this point? I guess I'm probably reserving them for face. Ooh, that's a spicy one. How many times can I bolt them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did it. We murdered them by using a Ren ultimate. When was the last time Ren ultimate won you the game, chat? Intimidating name? You died with Ren on the stack? Oof. Can't imagine that was a good feeling. Ren, go. Are they also playing a Ren? Ren fights. I'm just gonna cast Shadow Prophecy. Everyone has 7 cards. All the time, forever, always. Thank you, Ren. I hate it. I'm about to have 9 cards. I can bin Dwarven Mine, Stomping Ground, and buy them back. Sure. Seems reasonable. Alright, 10 cards in hand. I've assembled Exodia. 5 out of these 10 cards are pieces of Exodia. Concede, opponent. What are we doing here? Getting a Triumph. Opposing Leyline Binding. Opposing Spell Pierce. Alright, go. Sure. I guess I'm just jamming Fable. I'll leave the white mana open and be real suspicious. I'm like, oh man, he's got Leyline Binding. I can never win. Just below the discard limit all the time. Just as Richard Garfield intended. How do we end up on the exact mirror? They've been to creativity. I'm in danger. Fires of invention? What? Alright, I guess we're not in the exact mirror. I'm in the danger mirror. Time warp? Oh my god, it's Velomachus turns, isn't it? What the fuck-a-mole, dude? You're gonna have to calm down. Savor the moment. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh god. Alright, how many Velomachus are going to appear on my screen? Find out next time. I can't stop savoring this moment. It's happening. It's gonna be the ultimate creativity. The EX creativity. I hope they did all this just to fizzle. That's not fizzling. That's Velomachus. That's a fucking dragon. I'm getting ball tapped. They ran out of turns to take. Please, no more turns. Time warp, by the way. I'm just dead. Well, I didn't think I was gonna untap and die. Like, just. I didn't think I was gonna play Fable and die. This was not according to plan. I just want to see what they hit off this. Is it more time warps? It's more time warps. How are there so many time warps? Okay, well, it is turn 9. Yeah. I think they took like 6 extra turns. Hmm. Let's do the time warp again. Persist out. Or just fuck around and mess with the space-time continuum. Couldn't be me. I'm just trying to put a mythical effigy into play, and they won't let me. Kind of ridiculous. I guess I need, what, like Terra Sunder? Flusterstorms, maybe? I take out the Prismari commands, and like a bolt. Nope. Also nope. I want to say also nope, but I have to keep this. If I have a Xander's Lounge in here. Well, if they open up with a red and 6, I'm probably just dead. Xander's Lounge? I don't have a Xander's Lounge in here. Okay, plan B. I guess I get a Rogren. I can fetch Blood Crypt if I draw a fetch land. Announcer. He did not. I'm icing this so fast. That'll be good. That belongs in the uncastable half of my hand. Alright, go. This is what takes us down. Velomachus creativity. Might as well use one of the 2 flusters. I don't know, this might be a mistake. Because now I definitely can't fluster with creativity. But maybe I like bluff bolt here. And they'll be too scared to go for it. They're going to go for it, aren't they? They're like, all in, fuck it. Can't believe they just went for it. Oh, they whiffed. Actually gives us a chance because I'm combining this thing. How much mana is this? 2. I overpaid by 1. Alright, go. Don't kill me with another creativity, please. Or have a leyline binding. He's passed the turn back. Sweet. Maybe I can draw a fetch line eventually. I'm not gonna attack. I don't know what sinister things they could have. But I'm not swinging into it. Fable of your own. Prismari command. Counter Flusterstorm. Alright, I've been hit with the counter Flusterstorm. Counter. Means they probably have another creativity in hand. This is pretty rough. Drawing all the Dwarven Mines. None of the colors, none of the creativities. I hit that Shadow Prophecy. I'd feel way better about our position. Okay, they're exploring. Ah, yes, the Archon. A simple draw, yet a deadly one for me. Now we observe the Archon in its natural habitat, 6,000 feet above the sky, and in the hand of a planeswalker. All my homies hate Ren and 6. Where? Dwarven Mine, sure. Creativity time? Sure. They do be casting these explorers, though. Even like just the time walk effects are really good with Ren. Even if they're like underpowered. I just want to cast a spell. Is that too much to ask for? Everything's good with Ren. Spitting. Very true. This spell pierce is gonna die in my hand, isn't it? This has been like a miserable game. I have 6 cards in hand. If I just cast a Velamachus, I'm like screwed. I'm just gonna ult Ren, take infinite turns, I'm dead. Alright, well. We'll get the Jeskai Triome first. I would love to play that Velamachus deck next. Could just build it ourselves. I kind of understand, like, pretty much what they were going for. I don't know about that Fire's Invention, though. I feel like Fire's Invention's too lost in the sauce. I'm gonna Google Ball Tap. Ball Tap MTGO. Yep, that's what I'm Googling. What are you Googling, chat? Oh, I found it. They're playing Invoke Calamity? Whoa. Invoke Calamity's crazy. I'd rather not say. Velamachus is the old version? Hmm. I think, like, I've seen it from time to time. So this is playing 4 copies of Invoke Calamity. Three copies of Silence? Holy fuck. A similar list. Music very fitting. We're gonna play that next. For sure. We're gonna find a build of Velamachus creativity that we like, and we're gonna jam it. I own an emissary. Tier 1 Thursday, by the way. It's now Tier 2, Tier 3 Tuesday. Tier 3 Tuesday. You know, your favorite. Everybody's favorite. Oh, yeah, Tier 0 Tuesday. My bad. Take land binding. Binding's just like so good here. Counter binding. I need my token. I may get to play around Stubborn Denial if I go for the creativity now. Or I could just like Ren, pick it up, pass. I think I like Ren, pick it up, pass better. I can just like creativity for 2 or 3 the following turn. I don't have to go for it now. Must warp all of the time after this league. Deck looks sweet. Ending. This is so stupid. You may not like it, but this is what Modern is in 2022. Binding your creature, binding your creature, binding your binding, binding your binding that binding my creature, binding your creature. After you binding my binding that binding your creature. All right, figured it out. This is peak Modern performance. I wanted to binding their creature instead of binding their binding, so that way I can use this binding to binding their binding, releasing my binding to binding their binding. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, to be honest. Yo, dog, heard you like binding. All right, we did it. Taking this Terrace under. I was kind of like wear Tears against them because it hits binding and it hits Scion. I think it's bringing the Teferis as well. Teferi's like not that bad. Not a Shadow Prophecy matchup. Get out of here. I like Cut a Persist and maybe like a Spell Pierce as well. Oh, 61. All right, we got the 61 card special. Whoops. It's just extra consistency. It's extra spice. Hey, Sunny. Appreciate you. Not even for the follow. I just appreciate you. Oh, man, a 5/5. That's pretty good. Would be a shame if I finding it. Bound it. I guess bound is the proper past tense. Would be a shame. Bound it. '61, so it's less likely we draw the Archons. Ah, true. We don't draw the Archons, we can win. Please just be like a Scion. Yep. Deal. I would like to like shatter this, but I just tear asunder also. Could have stub. Yeah, they're gonna stub me. My toe. Well, next up we're gonna play Velomachus Creativity, so that should be a treat. Ouch. Hmm. But yeah, I've descended into madness. You're right about that. Good morning, Frank. I need blue. We need blue around these parts. Uh, make treasure, pop Dargon, Veil of Summer. Good. Dragon's unkillable. Absolutely will not be killed. Shock. What are we shocking for? Kavu. I have 2 blue up. That concerns me. I guess I'm going for the Teferi no matter what. I could, like ice one of them. I guess I bounce Kavu. Ice this. I can just Prismari command it. Try to discard 2. I could bin the Ren. I don't really need the Ren anymore. I'm at 6. Red, red, blue. Destroy target artifact. Draw 2, discard 2. Where's that mode? Oh, creativity. Well, if they don't kill me with Tribal Flames, then they're dead. Or Tribal Flames Bolt does it as well. A couple of things that kill me here. But I don't think they have it because they played Nicodle instead. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have it. Nope. Oh, this sucks because I can only creativity for 1 now. And actually creativity for 2. But I can do it at instant speed, which is like kind of a bonus. +1/+1 fight. Form of Archon. Form of the Archon. Oh, they didn't get +1. They got back their Kavu. That's fine. And they're just dead. GG. I was the Archon. Smile. I think we need an updated version. They're also playing Zoo. A lot of people playing Zoo, huh? Doesn't get the Ketria Triome and then Blood Crypt, Ren, pick up land. Seems fine. Ketria Triome it is. Yeah. It was the prototype list. Makes sense. People really do love playing Zoo. Been sneezing all morning. Didn't Waffle have a build a few months ago? I don't know. I didn't think Waffle typically brewed very much. Sometimes he does. Which Waffle Tapa? I'm going into his chat and typing deck. We're gonna go peep Waffle Stream Decker. Rude. Waffle played a Goldspan Dragon deck. This has to be Pioneer, right? Oh, it's Grixis Lutrine Pioneer. Modern Team Returns. Oh, this is Reclamation. I don't see anything with creativity on Waffle Stream Decker. Just close the music. Back to the music. It was a long time ago. Must have been. I wonder if they're playing Rhinos, if they're playing actual Zoo. Guess we're about to find out right now. Rhinos. No force negation is kind of a relief, but they could just be like sandbagging the force negation for creativity. It should be problematic as well. Oh boy, an Archon. I don't want to get blown up by fire ice. I'm gonna attack this Goblin Shaman. If they do anything to the Goblin Shaman. Another outburst. Gonna be a close game. Unless they just don't have the force negation, at which point, say la vie. And the fire ice too. I guess I made a good call that they did have the fire ice. I'm gonna take 8, go to 4. I might actually like, just hit attack Ren, but I don't know if they will. I might send one at Ren just to ensure it doesn't ult. Buying back infinite spell pierce is gonna be pretty bad for them. Me, Ren. Kind of what I figured. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Speaking of 7, I'm at 7. Creativity, all these. I figure that might happen. I think we're still in an okay spot though. They're empty-handed now. Another Scion. Maybe I should have targeted like Reflection. I think it's okay. As long as they don't draw Leyline Binding. If they draw Leyline Binding, then I guess it doesn't matter because I have one of my own. Yeah, they're pretty screwed here. Edge. Teferi, Flusterstorm. Aussies is probably fine. No Persist, no Bolt, no Shadow Prophecy. I'll leave 1 Persist in, actually. 1 Persist seems fine. Binding's not great against them, but it's probably good enough just to tag their bindings as well. Song's a little bop. I think he has a lot of good songs. Keep this Bellamarcus creativity. Yeah, this is the same like ball tap one. Invoke Calamity is super interesting. I really like Invoke Calamity, so I think I'm gonna play that variant. Oh, I can't keep this. This hand is very bad. This hand though, this the one. I'm just gonna put back a land, which might be greedy. I also put back a Fable. Velo Creativity's big stink. I just lost to it, so based on that principle, I now have to play it. You know, it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! When somebody beats you, they take your cards. Well, it's like the opposite. If I lose to somebody, I take their cards. I don't even know if I'm supposed to play Ren on 2. If they just like Cascade, I kind of can't beat that. So maybe I'm not supposed to play this Ren on 2. Guess I will pass. Boy, I tell you what. Spider Space does hate fun. Boy, only plays Breach now. I remember when he used to play fun decks like Death and Taxes. It's a very awkward draw. I'm going to play in Fear. This is my turn. I don't want to get blown out by Force Negation, so I'm going to Fluster this instead of Spell Pierce it. I hardly remember myself. I don't feel the same anymore. Not after they took away Yorion. Yeah, the glitchless category. That's why we haven't PB'd. Too many glitches. Also just haven't been splitting. Classic. Well, my mana's going to be really bad here because I fetched this instead of Ketria by accident. That's fine. Nothing a little Fable can't fix. Slaps table with Fable. Wait, hold up. Is that a bop? We can get some rhyme scheme going there. Slap this Fable on the table. My life total stable. Okay. Brandon 6 ruined my day one too many times. I became what I swore to destroy. We were the chosen one, Spider Space. I will take 2. I've been gotten. You brought balance to Moto. Slaps Fable. You can fit so many shamans in the saga. We can tell so many stories about goblin shamans in the saga. So, if this is a goblin shaman token, does that mean they just spawn Kiki Jikis? Like, where are Kiki Jikis made, chat? Tell me like I'm 5. Where did the Kiki Jikis come from? So when two goblins really like each other. Yeah, this is rough. Not hitting a land there. Pretty brutal. I kind of just want to play like second Fable. Maybe double block something. And I need to like draw into an Archon to persist it back. Plus have Leyline Binding. That's how I win this game. I don't know if I block shardless. Maybe I'll be alright. Or I could just not block. Go Giga Chad. I understood it as them summoning Kiki like he's a demon or something. That would make sense. It looks like they'd be like all in a circle being like, you know, doing the hymn to Kiki. I'm gonna take 10. Oof. Like Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Goblin Shaman's half of a Ragavan. I guess that's technically cheating. What am I supposed to Thoughtseize them? Like attack, Thoughtseize, fetch, creativity. Nope, I only have tap lands that deal damage. Or untap lands that deal damage. I have the Dwarven Mine, right? So I can get the Dwarven Mine here. And then creativity. I get creativity for 2 across these, but if they have like force negation, I'm pretty screwed. I think I'm just gonna be pretty screwed anyways. I'm just gonna creativity for 2 here. I choose death. Death has been achieved. I think their last card was Leyline Binding also. They were playing like they had Leyline Binding. Alright, well, going to the final game here. No changes. Submit. I don't know, this persist is pretty bad. Maybe I just swap it for like Shadow Prophecy. Maybe even Terra Sunder. At least that hits binding. Sure. Let's get the Terra Sunder in here. Blog.cardkingdom.com. How long is this? The history of Kiki Jiki. Kiki Jiki was outcast from his tribe for being a little too wild, even by the standards of goblins. While foraging for food, he stumbled literally into the lair of Kega the Tide Star. The dragon spirit took a liking to the young Kiki, and sensing potential for something great in him, sent him on a mission: steal Kega's ancient pearl from Meloku. There's like actual lore to this. Wasn't ready for actual lore. Veil beside you. I don't know how good Veil is. Jiki encountered an enchanted mirror in which his reflection moved separately from his own movements. He smashed the mirror, releasing the reflection. Meloku caught Kiki-Jiki, but only his reflection, which shattered soon after Kiki-Jiki made his escape. Kiki-Jiki took part in the Kami War afterwards, having become an expert in illusory, and duplication magic. That's the quick version of the lore. Now let's look at what the card does. Never read that card in my life. So, how did they become an expert in illusory magic by having smashed a magic mirror? You just beat The Last of Us? Isn't that game like hella long? Also, isn't there like The Last of Us 2 and maybe The Last of Us 3 now? I don't remember how many The Last of Us they've made. But it's been quite a few, right? Like 20 hours. It's not that bad. Third isn't planned. The Last of Us for real this time. I don't feel like it's The Last of Us if they keep making more sequels. There's an HBO series coming soon. The Last of Us for real this time. Just one more The Last of Us before bed. I beat it this time. I will not have you spreading the bad word of The Last of Us. Oh man, that's so many lands. You have to shock in the Steam events here, unfortunately. Oops, all lands. I'm gonna try to hit this Xander's Lounge again. Actually, I'm gonna hit the Endatha. Ragavan's coming back on Saturday. Ragavan went to the store for milk. He'll be back on Saturday. HBO series looks really good. Finding the Wren. Wren's back. Went out for a pack of smokes. I would like a Fable. Fable would be so good. I have so many lands, opponent. You have no idea. That was just a throwaway Wren. And the guy playing Joel was also on Game of Thrones, Auburn Martell. He's also the Mandalorian. I haven't seen the Mandalorian yet. On my list. Things I will eventually watch when I get around to it. Which is a pretty long list. It's gonna suck if they have Mystical Dispute. They always have the Mystical Dispute. Oof. 10 power. Alright, creativity, please. Right on time, Flusterstorm. Right on time. I get like one more draw step here, and I die. Sometimes creativity just loses to itself. It's drawing a bunch of Archons and lands. But when it doesn't lose to itself, it's pretty good. Let's open the chest. Endless Evil. Evil! Almost halfway to mod. Hell.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.